Okay, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another Formula 1 22 video. We're going to be going back to the extreme damage mod and we're going to be doing a mini championship and seeing how high I can finish. So we're going to be doing about 6 races. Most of them are going to be street tracks, but we're going to go in this order. We've got Hungary, then Zandvoort, then we're going to have Singapore, then we're going to have Baku, Canada, Monaco, Spain, and then we're going to be rounding it off with the Imola Grand Prix. And we're going to be playing as Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri. But so that's the championship order we're going to do. We're only going to have 3-lap races, so it's going to be very short, very action-packed, but let's get straight into it. The crash in the back, that is... Okay, so here we are for round 1 of this Survive Championship. We're gonna start the race now, and instantly what I'm gonna need to do is drop the differential all the way down. We're gonna rev up the car. And it's a good reaction time from us, but didn't quite get the power down how I would have wanted. We're going to drop a few places as we head down into turn 1. Braking down to second gear on the inside. We're going to go side by side with Fernando Alonso in the Alpine. And we're going to get out of the corner, and it's relatively clean from the AI so far. They're going 3-1 in the background. That is going to be curtains most definitely. As, no, they all survive for now. And we're going to get through, so no accidents to report on this first lap of this first round. Oh, but they're all going quite slow in front. Maybe someone has a bit of damage. We had a little look around the outside of Fernando Alonso, which isn't going to happen. He's looking for a move on Guan Yu Zhou, Russell and Bottas going side by side in front. As through turn, I think that's turn 8. And then a big lift there, but we are still in this fight. We're going to go for a move on Fernando Alonso up the inside. Oh, and he's going to shut us the door, and he's going to stay in front there, so that's a failed move. We're down to 4th gear for the final corner, and that is 1 lap down out of 3. For this first round. We're going to slipstream Fernando Alonso down the straight. Hopefully we'll catch him and dive on him into turn 1, which is exactly what I'm going to do. 3rd gear, getting up on the curb, giving him all the space. We've got someone off in turn 1. I think that was a Haas. Yes it is, it's Kevin Magnussen. But this is a good scrap for the final points place with Fernando Alonso, as up towards turn 5, turn 6 we go here. Or could even be turn 4, I honestly don't remember. We're down to gear 4, make sure we don't touch the auto spin curve on the inside. And Alonso is just holding this place, and we might not be scoring points unless we get an accident in front of us. So I'm going to go wide there. Just sliding off the track, and now we've got Esteban Ocon behind us in the other Alpine. He'll be wanting to provide support to Alonso. Now to 3rd gear. We are just staying with him, and we've got Sonoda, our teammate, backing up this mini crane a bit. But I might be able to just dump the ERS on this main straight. We're going to try it as 1 lap to go now, so this race is nearly over already, as Alonso's going to go for a move on Guan Yu Zhou. This is going to help us as it's going to slow them down. Alonso's going to get just a little squeeze slightly as there's another crash in turn 1. As here goes Alonso on Zhou. They're going to keep it clean. We've got Latifi out of this race. Zhou, they nearly make contact there. He's going to be slow through the corner, and I'm going to get through. Oh! I've hit Alonso there, and Alonso's out of this race. I did not mean to do that. I didn't even get any damage, I don't think. No, I didn't. I don't have damage, and I've taken out about 3 cars. That's an enormous accident. and an accident I didn't mean to cause. But oh well, I guess we'll press on. It's going to be P9 by the looks of things, as Zhou has actually survived that accident, so he's taken out some people behind him. Fernando Alonso collected, I think I saw Ricciardo and Mick Schumacher on the DNF notifications. But 2 corners to go now. Clipping that apex on the inside. Carlos Sainz is going to win this first race by the looks of things, and that'll be good for his championship. But out of the final corner, it's going to be P9 after a clash with Fernando Alonso. But that is 1 race down out of 5 or 6, I can't remember. But I'll see you guys on the grid for the next race in, I think it's Canada. Okay, so here we are for round 2 of this Extreme Damage Championship. We're instantly going to get going, starting in P16. We're going to rev it up. Lights out, away we go. We've got a slightly better start, but no, they're all going to dump me down towards turn 1. As into turn 1 we go. Oh, and we've got a big crash. Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, they're all out, and we're going to slide through into P8. That's an enormous crash.
I've got information on Albon for you. They're
Through we
retiring from
go,
the race.
but we are now up to 8th place, and that is going to see us through into the points, hopefully. There's only 14 runners left, but we have an enormous gap over Nicholas Latifi and Daniel Ricciardo in 9th and 10th, as it's going to understeer slightly off the road, and we've got 3 seconds to make up on the cars in front. So can we take out a second lap on these guys and maybe make up 1 or 2 more places? We'll give it our best shot. Out of the hairpin we come, and we've gained about a 10th or so, which is not bad. Skipping over the curves and using the curves on the outside too. 6/10 gained now. Gear 5 for the final real corner, and then it's just a bank as I've spun out, and that's not going to be good. That's going to cost us big time. That's going to allow Nicholas Latifi to catch us up, as they've caught up a long way, about 4 seconds I've lost there, and all the other cars are going through turn 1, and now they're going to be in the banking as we head into the banking now. And I always like to take a slightly different line, which is sometimes quicker, usually quicker on lap 1. But as we race through the flat section of the Zandvoort track now, we've set a purple sector 1, but we've got a lot of understeer in this Alpha Tauri. As, oh no, we're going to spin again. That's not good. It just bottoms out there over the curve. We're going to rejoin this track. That's going to allow Latifi and Ricciardo to catch us up. And I swear to God, if we lose this race because of a few idiotic mistakes, I'm going to be very annoyed. As we head down into the right-left hairpin, there is Nicholas Latifi. He's right behind us. They're going to have the legs on us in a straight line as I went for a maximum downforce setup. But as out of the corner we go, these guys are slower, so I think we should be okay to press on without worry, as the leaders are already in the banked hairpin of turn 3, so they're miles ahead of us now. But out of turn 1 we go, and we're just gaining a little bit of time on Latifi, who always seems to be making a feature one way or another in these survive races we do. But as we race through the flat section for the last time, rising over the crest, 6th gear, turning in relatively early, but then clipping the grass, and I nearly bottomed out again there. I had to sort of lift off the throttle a bit. But Latifi and Ricciardo are on their way to overtaking me as they've gained a little bit more time back in this middle sector. As dropping down we go, picking a very nice apex there. 3rd gear as we rise out of the hairpin. Lost that for Sergio Perez. Is he the victor? Yes, Sergio Perez has won all the race in Zandvoort was no, I crashed on the final corner. I was paying attention to winning the race and I've made a big mistake. And we're not going to score points in this race, this 3-lap race at Zandvoort. That is a big shame. We're out. So I guess on to the next race. Okay, so here we are for the Singapore Grand Prix, the 3 laps of Singapore for this Survive Championship. We're going to get straight into the race here. Going to engage the clutch. And we're instantly going to put it in second gear as we leave the grid. Slightly bad start. We've been jumped by a few cars. We've got some of the leaders off. Oh, and everybody's off. We're going to sneak through. We're up to P2. I don't believe it. That was literally everybody out of this race. And I am going to leave a replay to that. That's an enormous crash. And that puts us in P2 for this Singapore Grand Prix. There are only 10 cars remaining, so no matter what happens now, we're going to be scoring points, and that's great for our championship. There were so many cars off in turn 1. They had the leaders off. There was Carlos Sainz, I think, Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton too, and then the midfield just collapsed around us. But that is extremely good. And that just leaves us to romp away. And as long as we don't get caught by Alex Albon, we're going to be on for second place here in our AlphaTauri. Our very inferior AlphaTauri. Down the back straight we go. Up to where Norris nearly lost the World Drivers' Championship this year. Turning in. Getting on the white line. Now the layout's a bit different here. So we go to the right, swing to the left. Down to gear 3, clip that apex. Come back for this apex as we head now under the second bridge of this lap, and Verstappen isn't really gaining any time on us here. We're sort of keeping check at about 5.0 seconds as I've gone very wide through the final corner, and we lost a few tenths of a second there. Oh, as I've just skipped over the curve, I've gotten a bit of some underbody damage there. That's not great. But I don't believe the situation we found ourselves in. This is just incredible. Podium has been absolutely handed to us on a silver platter. But all we got to do is not make any sort of catastrophic mistakes. It's down to gear 3 as... Oh no! Speaking of catastrophic mistakes, we've spun out there. Oh, we're going to need to get it back on the track. Come on, Thomas. Get it back. Here comes Alex Albon. And he's overtaken us. And we've just thrown away P2. As I literally said, don't make any mistakes. We've spun out. And that's going to cost us dear. Dropping us down a position. Now behind Alex Albon. As this is probably going to be one of our main competitors in this championship in that Williams. Through the hairpin we go. We have about 1.5 laps to re-overtake this guy and get back in front, but I don't know if that's going to be possible around a track such as Singapore. We obviously know how difficult overtaking is. As we head into the twisty section next to the bridge, down on the Marina Bay. As under the bridge we go, there is Verstappen with the fastest lap. Oh, I've gone a bit deep. Gonna have to bail out of the chicane. We're not gonna gain any time. Down to gear 5 for the final corner, but we do have the pace just to stay with Alex Albon here. And we're gonna deploy some of the ERS. We're gonna go around the outside in turn 1. No, he's just gonna defend that. So we're gonna have to wait for the next straight. It's through turn 3. Now flooring it out, picking up some of that slipstream, but this is going to be our best chance here. But we have DRS plus ERS, and we're going to get the slipstream too for good measure. As down into the braking zone, he's not going to leave me any room. And I've used all my ERS to try and get alongside, and I don't think it's going to be enough. We're still behind Alex Albon here, unless we can save it some more ERS and use that with the DRS on that smaller straight coming off the Anderson Bridge, as made a mistake and cut the corner there. Oh no!
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
But through we go now, just behind him. And he's starting to pull away from us slightly. As I've gone deep in the hairpin. We're going to get one more dose of DRS. But it's not going to be enough. Albon's going to get away from us here. It's down into the heavy braking zone. Clipping that apex. Skipping over the white line. And oh, for God's sake.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
But we're going to cut back here. It's down into the right-hander. We're going to understeer off, so we're being hampered now by this underbody damage. We're not getting much downforce. But it's going to be Max Verstappen who wins in Singapore. That'll be great for his championship as all his rivals have crashed out. But we're going to finish behind Alex Albon here after a pretty dismal spin on lap 2. Unless he has a rancid final corner, that's not going to happen. But it's going to be P3, so it's still good points. But we didn't capitalise how I would have liked that P2 finish. But I will see you guys for the next race. Okay, everybody, here we are on the grid now for Baku. Okay, so we're going to rev up the car. Hopefully we get a better start. We got a good reaction time there. And we got a better start than what we had in Singapore. But into turn 1, I've been squeezed up against the wall. Lucky to get away with that. But as we head into the next corner, AI are being very well behaved. As I've had to skip across the curb. Ah, no, we're out of this race.
Let me know you're okay.
I don't believe it. We're out of the Baku Grand Prix. We got squeezed up against the wall there. But we've taken out basically the rest of the field in that accident. I don't believe that. So, not capitalising then in Baku, but on to the next one.
Curious though.
Okay, so here we are, everybody, on the grid for the Canadian Grand Prix. We need to make up for what happened in Baku by getting a strong result, but we are starting in a strong place in 7th place here. And it's lights out and away we go. And we've got a much better start, so it starts improving. But we've got someone steamrolling up the inside. It's Kevin Magnussen as Carlos Sainz is off there on the left. Or was it Mick Schumacher steaming up the inside? No, it was Mick Schumacher. So that is my fault, but we're up to 6th after a few cars being eliminated. I think Mick Schumacher took out Yuki Tsunoda there, my teammate, in turn 1. But we're going to have to defend from him. But we have lucked out into a 6th place spot as we've got Charles Leclerc leading us away on lap 1 of 3. As we head down the back straight we go. Down to 4th gear, clipping that apex, getting on the curb on the left hand side, and now flooring it out of the chicane. As we've got Russell and Perez up next. Probably won't be able to fight these guys too much, as I nearly went up the back of him there, just trying to take a different line. But we could always have a go on George here, who won the race in Baku after we DNF'd. But we're going to pull the left-hand side. We're just going to try and get alongside here into the Wall of Champions. We're going to back out of that, because that door is going to be shutting very, very quickly. And we're going to have to stay behind just for now, as Charles Leclerc sets the fast lap of this race. We're in the slipstream with George Russell as we head into turn 1. Down to 3rd gear. And we are still here as, we've got a big crash in turn 1 that had a few midfield cars off. Esteban Ocon out of this race. And I think there was a few more in there. Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso. So both Alpines being eliminated. Plus Valtteri Bottas. So this is good for us. as the more drivers in the midfield who get eliminated, if we finish here, it's a better finish for us and we gain more points compared to our rivals. As into the chicane again, just taking all that curve, try not to recreate a Canada incident for anybody who gets that reference. But down into the hairpin, George Russell's still there, we're still with him, and we might try and get him this time on the straight. We're going to go for more ERS deploy, as he's, oh, I nearly wanted to tuck under on the inside, but he jiggled about a bit there. And round the outside in the Wall of Champions chicane, he's going to get the switchback on me. This is brilliant racing with the AI, as he's going to, oh, nearly come across me there. He's not going to leave me much space, but we're going to fight him round the outside, trying so hard not to come together and ruin a good P6 finish. But this is fantastic racing. Right now, as out of the corner we go, out of the chicane. I don't have much ERS deployment left. I'm going to have to save up a little bit more, and we might just have to go for a dive bomb into the Wall of Champions. But we have DRS now on George Russell, and as long as we don't make a mistake here, we should get it again for that final push to the line. As the gap is now 5/10, we're going to get DRS regardless on that back straight. Down into the hairpin we go. Mick Schumacher having a tiny little look, but George Russell is a lot further ahead this time, and I don't think we're going to get him. As we head down the back straight, it's not going to be enough. I'm not going to have any ERS to do anything meaningful from this far back, but we get to really attack the chicane, and out we go. We have a mighty exit, not quite going to get there. It's going to be P6 in Canada for us, and it's still a good finish. It's good points against our rivals in the Alpines, who collided and DNF'd. Sebastian Vettel gets driver of the day, but on to the next race. So here we are, revving up the car, about to start. We've got 5 lights on, and it's lights out. We've got a pretty, oh yeah, we've got an average start as we head into turn 1. As everyone has gotten through cleanly, I've gotten an illegal overtake on Zhou because I cut the chicane as I cut turn 1. But we're going to head through Massenet now. We lost a position to Zhou Guanyu at the start of this race, but we are going to dive up the inside and might even get Verstappen as a cool little bonus. But we're going to have to tuck in behind. We've got Mick Schumacher out of the session. Oh! And no, I don't believe that I've been taken out. Zhou Guanyu has hit us up the back in the hairpin. What has gone on there? I got it in the inside of Max Verstappen and Zhou Guanyu, but through the corner. Oh, and he's just tipped us there. And that is going to be several cars out of this race. What is that going to do to the championship? Okay, so here we are for the Spanish Grand Prix now. Obviously we didn't score points in Monaco, so we're going to have to once again fight back and try and salvage what we can, but we still are top 10 in the championship, which was my original goal for this season. But as we head down into turn 1, we lost a few places off the line. Oh, we've got a big accident, several front runners out and off in turn 1, but we've been jumped there by Lance Stroll, and we haven't really profited from that turn 1 collision. I nearly lost it there. It's into turn 4. We've got Alex Albon on the inside as Lance Stroll cuts across us. We're going to try and get up his inside, and we are going to do that with relative ease. Squeeze him out slightly, but try not to make contact. As he's going to keep it there. We're going to squeeze him out, but that is us past Lance Stroll. As Vettel goes for a move on Nicholas Latifi, we're going to be right there. He's going to squeeze us out slightly. And he's going to, just defend that place. We're going to get a nice switch back. No, we've made contact with Nicholas Latifi. And we are out. of the Spanish Grand Prix. I don't believe it. Once again, not profiting from turn 1 collisions. I mean, he left me no space. I don't know what the AI expected. I was like half there. I thought he was going to leave me space, so I kept my nose in it. But we are out. And we're going to have to suck it up and head off. So here we are for the final race of this Extreme Damage Championship.
Okay, here we go.
We are currently P8 in the standings, about 3 points behind the driver in 7th, which I believe is Esteban Ocon. So we have a chance to capitalise here and secure a good spot in the championship. We're starting P14, so not ideal. I'm going to rev it up. We've got an absolutely magnificent start. That's the best one we've had all championship. But it's raining here as we head off down into turn 1. The drivers are all going to switch to the right hand side as into turn 1 we go. As everybody's off, I don't believe it. We have to sneak through. We're going to lead this race in the final race of this championship. We are going to take the lead, as the AI have completely fumbled it in turn 1 here at Imola. As we're going to slide out of the Villeneuve chicane, we have a 7-second lead over Valtteri Bottas in P2 and Zhou in P3 with a 2-second time penalty. But we are leading away the grid on lap 1 of 3 for what has been an incredibly lucky start. I nearly went up the back of Zhou in turn 1, as I made a little mistake, got a bit wide. But yeah, I nearly went up the back of Zhou in turn 1, as I wasn't really expecting them to go that slow. But as we come up to the chicane, we've got a 6.9 second lead. So we can just absolutely cruise to the finish line. And we should be on course for a win, which would secure us an amazing spot in the championship. We've got only 13 cars remaining, and I'm going to get a quick chat from Mark. Championship standings. Championship standings, please.
As things stand, we'll be 8th in the championship.
We're going to be 8th in the championship, apparently, so we're not going to be jumping up any positions, which is kind of crazy. But we have the fastest lap of this race. It's down into turn 1 we go for the second time. And if we can get a second place, a fastest lap as well, that would be the cherry on top, really. But Leclerc has gotten past Guan Yu Zhou for second place, as we've got more accidents. Mick Schumacher is out of this session. Nicholas Latifi and Yuki Tsunoda also out. So that's dropping a few more cars down. As Max Verstappen is battling with Lewis Hamilton, as they are squabbling over 5th place. But down into the Variante Alta, we're going to get it correct this time. Not going wide at all. But Leclerc has got to make up a second on Valtteri Bottas if he wants P2 in the standings. As into the chicane we go. That was incredibly slow. That's not good. Sorry. As we come out of the chicane, we're going to drop down the hill past the Pirelli banner. And braking on the curb, probably not ideal. But I don't think we are. We are going to set another fastest lap, but I think that is going to be surpassed by Bottas and Leclerc, as we weren't necessarily quick on this lap. As there it is, there is our fastest lap. Bottas should take it away from me. Or will Leclerc? Yes, there we go. They've both taken it away. So we do not have the fastest lap anymore. But we're going to go for it. We're going to see if we can pick up this fastest lap. As, ooh, big moment coming out of Tamburello. Down to 4th gear. And using all of the curve. As we head into the Tosa hairpin. I nearly forgot the name of it there. We've got a personal best, Sector 1 I mean, which is good, so that will be purple. Actually, so no, it won't necessarily be purple, because they went quicker on that previous lap. As we drop down the hill for Variante Alta, we're going to turn in early. And I'm going to go wide. That is going to cost us a little bit of time. But Bottas holding off Leclerc there, and it's doing us a big favour. As into the chicane we go. I cut it just slightly there. Didn't mean to, but we're going to come out of the chicane. And we're going to race down the hill. I'm deploying all the ERS. As into the second to last corner, getting it turned in very nice. Down to third gear for the final corner. But we're going to race out of the final corner. And it's going to be P1 in the final race of the season. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Yes! P1 in the final race of this Extreme Damage Championship. We get driver of the day, rightly so. As there go the top, the third and second cars. But it's a win at home for AlphaTauri. I don't believe it. We've taken the win at Imola after the AI just collapsed entirely in turn 1 and we managed to avoid.
Celebrations, and how well deserved is this one? This is a team all about giving talented young drivers an opportunity to race and to win. AlphaTauri are your winners here today.
So it's a victory for AlphaTauri and for Pierre Gasly as us. But what does this do to the final standings? So there it is, P7 in the standings. Max Verstappen is going to take the championship victory over Charles Leclerc by about 4 points, that is. But that has been this Extreme Damage video. Okay, but thank you everybody so much for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. That has brought us to the end of this Damage Championship. We managed to pick up a win at the very end. But as I said, hopefully you all enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for watching. It always means a lot when I see the views rack up on every video I make. But take care. Have an awesome day, everybody. See you later.